Welcome, my name is Ricky, and this is Robyn. This is the character we'll be taking through the DLC here in Elden Ring. Now, you may be asking yourself, why aren't we taking your first character through the DLC? You know, the character that we played through the game in before, or any of the other characters. Because all of those characters aren't in regular New Game, they are in New Game Plus, and I'm not playing any From Software DLC in New Game Plus for the first time. So I'm going to talk about Robyn, obviously, but before I do that, I'm going to put down my summon sign here, because we are here in front of Mohg, and the DLC, the entrance is here through Mohg. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can't get people to summon us. I've tried this before, and I had a hard time getting people to summon me. So if no one summons me, no one summons me, it's fine. This video will be just really short. While we wait, let's talk stats. Number 1, we are level 151. That might change if we do actually help people beat Mohg. This character was not built for the DLC. This character was built specifically to see how fast I could beat the game using just the dragon communion spells, incantations, whatever you want to call them, which was quite quickly, I might add. For me, it was less than 10 hours. It was like 8 hours or something like that, which is very fast for me. But I have respect since then, so that way I could use a variety of different weapons, potentially in the DLC, new weapons in the DLC, plus other weapons that I might want to mess around with before we get to the DLC. So right now I have the Bloodhound's Fang on with a few ways to buff it. It's not the only weapon, and I'm going to talk about other weapons we might use, but of course none of this matters if the DLC has some really good weapons. So we've got Vigor at 50, Mind at 40, Endurance is 11, Strength is 18, Dexterity is 24, Intelligence is 7. Faith is at 45, but it's not really at 45, it's actually at 40. I have the Talisman on, and Arcane is at 40. I have Bloodhound's Fang. But I also have this dagger with Golden Vow, which we're not going to use today. I have the Sacred Relic Sword, which is mostly used for farming the Albinurix here in Mohg Palace. Then I also have Eleanor's Pole Blade, and then I have the Erdtree seal at +8 because I ran out of runes to buy the 9. I don't think I'm going to use it except for healing and buffing, which is why it's on me right now, because if I want to buff the Bloodhound's Fang, this is better than the other seal, which is the Dragon Communion seal at +10, but obviously I used this specifically for the Dragon Communion spells, incantations, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. One of the things I didn't mention at the beginning of this episode, I don't know anything about the DLC at all. I do not understand why there are so many content creators who got to play the DLC early who's like, here's everything you need to know about the DLC. I don't want to know anything about the DLC. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I actually think a majority of people are like me. So the game just got kind of weird, and I don't really know what happened, so I had to quit out and come back in. Also, I've made the executive decision to switch to doing some spells. Before the DLC starts, I am going to unlock all the rest of the memory slots, because I only have a handful of them. In fact, we might go do that. So I have Erdtree heal on, and then Exike's Decay, and then Dragon Claw and Borealis Mist, and then just for the heck of it, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. Also, I do have both of these. I took off the Faith Talisman and put on the whichever talisman. This one. I put on this one. I just remembered why I had this on. Erdtree heal requires a faith of 42, and I only have a faith of 40. Okay, I'm bored, and my summoning signs apparently can stay up there while I'm down here, so we're gonna kill some of these guys. One of my favorite things about the bigger dragon things is you can jump in the air and hit them, which puts you way above everybody else. Of course, if I die because I'm messing with menus instead of like paying attention, so I'm gonna go get more spells, more spell slots, memory slots. Aha. Okay. This might be interesting. I don't think I've ever fought Blythe on the channel.
No matter what might happen, Ronnie.
Here we go. We'll start out by hitting him with a good long XX Decay. And then we'll not be paying attention to what he's doing. Things I don't like about Lightning Spear, you can't do it while jumping. Ow. That hurt, you jerk. Take that. Now I have his armor, and I've never actually done that fight before on the channel. I mean, I've done it before, don't get me wrong. But I don't think I've ever done it on the channel, so there you go. And all because I didn't get the memory stone at Celavis's tower. Again, this character was not built for like a casual playthrough. I was trying to see how quickly I could beat the game using without like I wasn't doing like crazy speed running or anything. It was just like how fast can I, admittedly casually, even though I just said it wasn't a casual playthrough, casually beat the game using like my skill set, which is largely based around waiting for other people to die because I've rotted them mostly. Which doesn't really work on a particularly final boss of the game. Well, it does work on the first half of that boss fight, but it doesn't work on the second half. So I have one more memory stone to get. And you would have thought, hey, wouldn't you have fought the magma worm if you were doing a dragon run? Again, wasn't doing it fast. Ow. Please stop. Please stop. Why am I not locked on? I don't know. I was locked on a second ago and then I wasn't. I think he can be rotted, right? See how high in the air you can get? It's awesome. I mean, you can still get hit, don't get me wrong. Yes, he can get rotted. Good. I want to be able to jump in the air and cast Lightning Spear. That's all I want. I literally want nothing more than to be able to do that. I also want to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm not fighting so well here. That was awkward. Okay, I'm going to get underneath him. Well, that didn't do what I thought it might do. That did a little bit better. Okay, now we'll go for some ranged shots. Never mind, he's gonna die. There we go. Just in case anyone's wondering why we're over here. I got one more memory stone to get, and it is from Demi-Human Queen Maggie. Or whichever one it is that's over here. Hello. I'm just gonna come over here. And I'm gonna sit. We'll fight in a second, Maggie. I need to get my flasks back. Ooh, big scary. I'm so scared. I need to dodge, 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 dodge. Jump in the air. Please don't knock me out of this. She missed. So I'm back here waiting for someone to summon me. We'll see. I mean, I don't think this episode's been a complete waste because we did fight 2 bosses, even if they are really easy bosses. And I got all the memory stones, which most of that won't be in the episode, so it doesn't matter. Yay, I'm being summoned! That's not usually the bow I use. No, wait, hang on. Everyone else is the buff. I don't buff when I do this, by the way. I can't drink this, though. Alright, let's go. So I'm going to start by just jumping into the air. Wow! Okay, I don't actually know if I missed. Ah, didn't miss him that time. Okay, he's rotted, guys. He's rotted. We're good. I'm gonna hit him with this. Oh, I feel bad for Mohg. No one mentioned to me that I would kick damage. Ow. Stop it. Do I need to have the tier on fighting Mohg 2? I did not know that. So, things I have just learned. When fighting Mohg, when being summoned, you also might need the tier. I didn't realize that because I've never actually been summoned to fight Mohg. And we just destroyed him, right? Like, we're all in agreement we just destroyed Mohg. I've never had an easier Mohg fight. Admittedly, I've never used 2 other people to fight Mohg, but still. Mixed Wondrous Physic, I guess. Steadily restores HP for a time, can be thrown out for Purifying Crystal Tear. That was fun, so put my sign back down. We're going to keep with the spells, because spells are fun. Well, okay, incantations, but you know what I mean. I actually have played through the game as a mage, and did not enjoy it nearly as much as I enjoy using incantations, and I think this comes from the fact that pyromancy is fun in the Souls games, whereas Soul Arrow might be powerful, but lighting things on fire is fun, and there is a difference between fun and powerful. Oh yeah, I need to change stuff over here. Wave. Where's Polite Bow? How do I not have Polite Bow? Okay, apparently I did not talk to What's-Her-Face who gives you Polite Bow. I am annoyed at myself. There's not much I can do about it now. Yay! You know, I spent like 15, 20 minutes yesterday trying to get summoned into another world. It's happened twice in 5 minutes. Hello? Other hello? I like how I look, I'm unarmed, right? Like, if you just look at me, you don't realize I got a seal in my hand. This time I have the Purifying Crystal. Thank you. You guys know he's not that hard, right? Like, I beat him in my bow-only run by shooting arrows at him a bunch. Hey, let's get in there. Hurry. We can be going in there now. Thank you. I don't want to fight an invader. Wow. Mohg already fighting. Okay. Let's go. This was like a good distance. I should have jumped first. That's fine. Uh-oh. Well, that was fast. I'm not super thrilled with the armor, but I know why I'm wearing it. It's because it's the best armor I could get early in the game. I don't have any other armor. That's not true. I got Blythe's armor. You know, Blythe's armor isn't that much heavier than the Carrion Knight armor, and I altered it. I could take off his stupid cape too, probably. You know, there's a reason I don't play online. And it isn't because you get invaded, because the only way you get invaded in this game is you either voluntarily create an invasion or you summon, like we just saw getting invaded right before we went into the fight. It's mostly because of the bloodstains and the messages and also the ghosts that appear. Oof, that just drives me crazy. On the other hand, I understand why people enjoy that. It's just, for me, personally, I would just as soon not have that. Okay, so I'm still not over with his Greaves. And I'm still not over. Now you may be thinking, well, yeah, you don't have a weapon on. You're right, I don't. My weapon is my fist. Well, you know, metaphorically. It's in my fist. I never really paid attention to Blythe's armor. I really kind of like it. I mean, again, it's better without a cape. I'm very much a no cape kind of guy. Still waiting to get summoned again. So I'm still waiting to get summoned. Apparently that guy who summoned me last time decided he didn't want to summon me or gave up, one of the two. But I want to know why the seals, I can't kick with them. Like, it's no skill. Why not just put it kick? Right? Like, look. Okay, much better. You know, this armor has that almost Malekith-like feel to it. It's not Malakoth's armor, obviously. But it's got that similar, almost a similar vibe to it. Which, as I say out loud, makes kind of sense, given that Blythe was to Ronnie what Malekith was to, what's-her-face, Marika. So, Marika. Whatever. So, possibly the armor is similar on purpose. Possibly I'm reading into that. I don't know. Okay, I'm giving up and getting summoned for Mohg again. Oh well. I will probably keep fighting Mohg, or rather keep trying to get summoned fighting Mohg throughout the day. I just won't record it. The next time you see Robyn will be the start of the DLC on Thursday, I think. This has been Elden Ring. Thank you for watching. Come back soon for more Elden Ring.